Friends, in today's lectionary passage from Luke 4:22 to 30, Jesus has just delivered a powerful message in the synagogue, what some call his mission statement in Luke's gospel. He proclaims that Isaiah's vision is being fulfilled right then and there. Good news for the poor, freedom for the captives, sight for the blind, and liberation for the oppressed. It's a bold, beautiful vision of God's love breaking into the world. And at first, the crowd is impressed. They marvel at Jesus' words, for they were an occupied, oppressed people who longed for liberation and freedom from their own foreign Roman oppressors. But then things take a turn for the worse. Jesus reminds them that God's grace isn't just for them, as the people of Israel. It's always been bigger than their boundaries. He brings up two uncomfortable examples. In Elijah's time, God provided for a Gentile widow. And in Elisha's time, a Syrian leper was healed. And suddenly their admiration turns to anger. They feel exposed. Their sense of entitlement is shaken. And instead of celebrating the wideness of God's mercy, which goes beyond their own narrow nationalistic boundaries, they turn on Jesus with such anger that they try to throw him over a cliff on the edge of the town. This moment is crucial because it shows us that real spiritual awakening isn't just about feeling inspired. It can also be disruptive, challenging of our assumptions and the assumptions of society, and forcing us to rethink who we are in relation to others. Aldous Huxley, in his book, The Perennial Philosophy, speaks of a universal spiritual truth at the heart of all great traditions, the idea that the divine is present in everyone, even if it is often obscured. And the awakening to this truth leads us to an awakening to a love and a grace that transcends all barriers. But this kind of realization is deeply unsettling wherever we try and define our narrow identity by keeping divisions intact. And this is where 1 Corinthians 13, another of the lectionary passages today, speaks so powerfully. Paul reminds us that at the heart of our faith is love, a love that is patient and kind, a love that does not insist on its own way, a love which Jesus shows doesn't draw neat lines between insiders and outsiders. This is a love that Jesus embodies, a love that reaches beyond boundaries, a love that is always expansive, for God's love cannot be limited by our human boundaries. It is a love that cannot be contained, but constantly moves outward. And in the end, it invites us into something far greater than ourselves, the boundless and infinite love of God itself. In closing, at a personal level, we might ask ourselves one or two questions. Where am I holding on to an identity that separates me from others? It might even be a sense of privilege or superiority. What fears keep me from embracing a wider love? Amen. God bless you as you think more deeply on some of these things today.